The aftermath
Alright,
of
so this is part
slavery,
5,
part
again
6.
continuing the discussion about what happened post-slavery and what was really going on with all of these different actions that were taken to keep the brown folks under the rug. Okay, so continuing from the last discussion, one of the other things that was happening was the passing of the amendments to the Constitution, because the Constitution was really made for all peoples, but being that brown peoples were being discriminated against and basically kept under society, some powerful people decided to create a class or a group called African Americans. Today, that group still exists. But there's a huge problem with the classification of that group. That group is artificial. That group is basically just almost like a bubble in space-time. Before that, no such thing existed as an African American. Okay? So there was the Americas, there were American people, and now comes the creation of a separate group or a bubble of people put in a bubble and separated, called African Americans. And it was done in such a clever way to basically say, being that these people are of African descent, which they were not. Most of the brown peoples who were captured and subjugated into slavery or forced into slavery, already their families were already living on the land, the American landscape. Okay, it was not from all of these ships where brown people came from. Okay, if you go back again in history and you see it in all the books, it showed that when the Europeans came over here talking about they discovered whatever the hell they discovered, they encountered Native Americans and American Indians. Native Americans and American Indians. Okay, these were two group of brown peoples. So it wasn't everyone from Africa coming over here to populate the place. It's blatantly out there. It's not something that's hard to find. But also, the 14th Amendment to the Constitution. Again, the Constitution is for the United States. Okay? It's for the United States. And we're going to get into what exactly is the United States, legally speaking, documentarily speaking, things put on paper. What do these things actually mean, and why is the term African American not necessarily beneficial to brown peoples?